The next 24 hours might be dramatic for crypto and the rest of the financial markets in general. Just as we thought that the tariff war is going to an end, Donald Trump just decided to escalate it. And at this point, we don't even know what the finish line is. So, as usual, I'm giving you guys everyday updates on everything that's going on with the tariffs and the financial markets in general so that you're always on top of the game. So, what has happened in the last 24 hours? Trump just smashed China with another 245% in tariffs on China. However, even though everybody is screaming about these tariffs, there is a specific set of items that will apply for these tariffs. For things like cars, electric cars specifically, syringes, and several other items. So the 245% that has been put upon China right now is not for everything. It's only for a set list of items. I think I made a post about this on X, and there is a list available already. You can see all the items that are included under this 245% tariffs. So what's next is that we're waiting for China to retaliate. So far, we haven't seen the market reaction to this. I opened a short position because I thought that the markets will react, but it seems like they don't care just yet, or maybe America is still waiting to wake up. But China has also not retaliated just yet. So things could get ugly if China decides to retaliate. People could get scared and they could start selling. But so far, Bitcoin has been doing quite well. It hit $85,000 yesterday. I think 86,000 was the top. It receded a little bit, but still, it's holding enough strength. Gold still looking good. And the stock market is also keeping up a little bit. The bond markets are also pretty decent as well. So another thing that is also interesting to pay attention to is how China is using TikTok to get advantage over the tariff story. So here's what they're doing. A lot of the Chinese manufacturers have been going on TikTok exposing Western companies, especially the luxury brands, on how they exploit Americans and their citizens by overpricing the luxury items. So there have been so many popular TikTok pages of manufacturing saying that, hey, even the designer bags that you guys claim to come from Europe, from Italy, from Spain, from all these places, France, we actually make them here in China for like $50, $100. We send them over there, and then they just put their label and sell them off as luxury items and put the sticker of made in Italy. And you pay $10,000 for it. And they have made it clear that that is not real. So people are overreacting. Chinese citizens are winning from that story because those manufacturers are getting massive orders from Americans and Europeans and the rest of the world because it's kind of like the genie is out of the bottle. So the luxury brands are now complaining to Donald Trump and say, look, you are destroying the economy right now. What you have done, you have to do something about it. Otherwise, we can lose our market share, or the stocks or the values of what we're doing can decline. That is why TikTok is now in trouble with the US government. So they're starting to take down those pages. TikTok is officially taking down the pages of everybody who is exposing the luxury brands, like especially LVMH. If you go there and say, oh, I'm a manufacturer, you make these bags here in China, they're not really made in Italy, the pages are getting taken down. Why is that happening? Is because TikTok wants to be in the US. Remember, they're also on the way to get banned from the US. And for them to protect their interests in the US, they don't want this to happen because then TikTok would look bad as Chinese propaganda and then they can get kicked off from there. So they're removing all those pages. But it shows you where the direction of the tariff war is going right now. I think China got a W on it. And then we also saw President Trump hanging out with President Bukele of El Salvador. Now, I think this one is significant because President Bukele is a pro-Bitcoin president. He has been buying Bitcoin, one Bitcoin per day, I think since 2022. One of the few countries that hold a lot of Bitcoin at the moment. And Trump likes Bukele. He likes that he's anti-crime and anti-nonsense. And I think the interest that Bukele has with Trump, we could actually see a lot more aggressive approach on Bitcoin from the Americans because Bukele probably told him, like, yo, Trump, the Bitcoin stuff, it's real. You have to be more aggressive on that, buy more. And effectively, what we're looking at, guys, is that the pro-Bitcoin community or presidents or governments are now coming together. Like, we're now over the era of governments being anti-Bitcoin and crypto. We're entering a new era where world leaders that embrace Bitcoin are now on the driving seat of the world economy. And I think that is bullish. So no matter what is going on right now, I think just keep your head up and remember that Bitcoin has the amount of support that it ever needed before. It's just a matter of time until we see an explosion to $1 million Bitcoin. As for the rest of the markets, I'm still positive, I'm still buying, but I'm still trading the news. When there's negative news, I go short. When there's positive news come back, I'll go long to make money in the meantime. But these prices are juicy for anyone who is looking to buy the dip and stuff like that. Okay, so that's basically it. I will also share with you guys more. You can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram for more frequent updates. And all of these pages, my username is GreyBTC. Now, if you want to use all the platforms that I use to explore, trade, data analysis for crypto, links are in the description, but also link in bio of any of my pages across platforms. So, yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you. Subscribe, like. I'll see you later.